You're out with your friends, you're having a great time during Halloween, and you want to go to a haunted attraction called the Abaddon Hotel. And it goes horribly wrong. People are vanishing, bodies are dropping, and the only evidence is shaky bloodstained footage that nobody was supposed to see. Sounds like the setup for a great horror film, right? Well, that's exactly what 2016's House LLC is. Buckle up, Legion, because we're diving straight into the horror-filled hallways of the Abaddon Hotel.
It is January 24th in the year of our Lord, 1923.
Nothing can stop this demonic force. Even its final remnants will collapse. We must run. All we can do.
This horror will not stop until innocence is destroyed. Until evil.
We begin with a documentary crew investigating the tragedy of something that happened years ago. They're investigating the grand opening of House LLC, a haunted attraction in Abaddon, New York. What was supposed to be a night of cheap scares turned into a real-life horror show when 15 people died under mysterious circumstances. But here's the catch. Nobody knows exactly what happened until now.
Hello, I'm the old Abaddon Hotel. Can you please send the police?
What's the problem, miss?
I don't know. There's something falling into the wall.
Someone's hurt. I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Please hurry. I don't want to die.
I'll interject here by explaining what exactly is a haunted attraction. In most cases during Halloween, a lot of people like to decorate their houses and stuff like that, front yards, so on and so forth. Some people, like in the case of House LLC, they go a little bit further. They don't just decorate the front lawns and the outsides of their homes. They go full blown. They empty out their house and they make their house a haunted house. Literally an attraction. You can walk in their house and check out all the scares they got in store for you. In most cases, the production quality of some of these houses, they vary. They range from simple family-friendly booze and funny scares. Some houses incorporate higher budgets, more scares, animatronics. Granted, there are also bigger, much more extreme versions of these, which are essentially basic torture rooms that you have to sign a waiver of consent for them to essentially waterboard you. I'm good. Thank you. A lot of these homebrew houses are pretty freaking dope, man. And while some of these houses charge for admission, there's others that actually charge nothing other than a charitable donation to specific causes. And in some cases, canned food and clothes to donate, which is pretty freaking awesome. Pulling you back into the Abaddon Hotel, however, a survivor of the Abaddon tragedy, Sarah Havel, comes forward with a collection of raw, unedited tapes from inside the attraction. And what the tapes reveal is something far worse than anybody could have imagined. Initially in the tapes, you have 5 friends: Alex, Paul, Sarah, Tony, and Mac. That's 5. Yeah. Did I forget a demon somewhere? They are the masterminds of House LLC, which is a traveling haunt company, in which case they're always looking for new places and new sets to stage their haunting fiascos. In other words, their next big scare. This is when they stumble upon the abandoned Abaddon Hotel. What is there not to love about the place? It is the perfect eerie backdrop. But the moment they step in, things just feel off. Actually, it just feels wrong. Now, hold on. You're thinking, Tantrum, I just finished seeing your kick-ass video on Wreck. Is the Abaddon Hotel real? And I'm absolutely glad you asked. The Abaddon Hotel is definitely real. The Abaddon Hotel is an actual abandoned hotel in Pennsylvania. And while it's not really called the Abaddon Hotel, it is actually called the Waldorf Estate of Fear, which is an actual horror attraction celebrated every year. So if you're feeling particularly brave, you can walk the literal same hallways of the Doom crew. Just maybe don't go alone. Or you can. Place was a little too clean for me anyways. I don't know. Not my style. So the team sits down, they prep, they try to figure out who's going to be doing what. It's a big production and things need to be working tip-top shape. But from the get-go, things are just not adding up. The furniture and the set design that they're adding to the attraction are inexplicably moving. In other words, things are not where they're supposed to be. Everybody involved in the production are hearing echoes in the halls and whispers. The issue is nobody is there.
Maybe it's the soundboard.
Oh, and that clown mannequin over there, it has a bad habit of showing up in places it shouldn't be.
I guess it's not that big of a deal.
What? What's the problem?
It's dummy. His head doesn't move, so they ought to be facing in the same direction rather than like one that way, one this way.
Who gives a shit? They're all fucking creepy anyways.
Did I mention that the clown moves his head when no one's looking? You know, totally normal haunted house stuff. Happens all the time over here.
Fuck, dude. The fuck, did you move it? No, man, I was fucking sleeping.
Are you trying to fuck with me again?
No.
What's it doing there?
I don't know, man. I was fucking sleeping.
As the days tick closer to opening night, everybody starts getting a little antsy, butterflies in their stomach, and they start getting a little nervous. Normally. However, Paul, the crew's camera guy, he starts to document increasingly disturbing stuff on his camera. For starters, he wakes up with a gnarly scratch on his arm, which he kind of shrugs it off, and they try to explain it somehow. Whatever. Maybe he got it in his sleep. He documents objects moving on their own, and the straw that broke the camel's back is Paul leaves the camera on one night, and he happens to catch something appearing in his room while he sleeps. I'll be honest, this scene immediately caught my eye. It is unsettling AF and an amazing scene. It is so simple and yet so effective. He tries to shrug it off, thinks that it's somebody that came into his room, messed with him. Funny joke, guys. Haha. That was great. Awesome. Then one night, Paul disappears. I'm going to clown my way in here for a quick sec. The choice of House LLC's documentary style, this wasn't just a choice of aesthetics. This was intentional. Believe it or not, a lot of what you see in this movie is improvised. The actors were given an outline of the script, but most of the dialogue was unscripted. That means every terrified reaction and panicked conversation that they're having between each other, 100% real. Oh, and those creepy clown mannequins. Hey, Bone Zone, where's my clown? Yeah, the crew hated them just like you guys. The funniest thing is that the director, Stephen Cognetti, refused to tell the crew when the clowns would move and when they wouldn't move. So those startled jumps, authentic terror. Things are culminating and it's getting a little crazy in the house. Things are not exactly what it seems. And despite all of this, opening day has come. Paul is missing. And despite Paul being missing, the crew pushes forward. And almost as quickly as it opens, it spirals into real terror. Guests are running. They're screaming. People are trying to climb over each other. People are getting trampled. People are missing. Dark forces are seen wreaking havoc in the shadows. The clown mannequins all turn their heads. The basement door swings open. And just within seconds, the House LLC goes from staged horror to an absolute real-life bloodbath. After seeing the tapes and the horror that happened, we're still left with questions. What happened? What is going on? And one of the biggest questions is, where did Sarah get this footage from? How did she get this footage? This is where the film gives you straight goosebumps. The last piece of footage shows Sarah alone in her hotel, pleading for help. But when the documentary crew comes back to interview her, she was dead this whole time. Now, House LLC didn't blow up right away. It was actually up on Amazon Prime for quite some time. And it took years for it to get this crazy cult following that it has today. It's actually hailed as one of the best found footage films that horror has to offer, standing toe-to-toe with Blair Witch Project and Paranormal Activity, to name a few. Now, filming a horror movie about a haunted house is already creepy enough, but making House LLC was already a nightmare. Now, depending on who you ask, according to the crew, things actually did happen on set. The equipment would glitch out, the lights would flicker on and off with no explanation. And the basement, ain't nobody going down there. Nobody wanted to go down there alone. As with a lot of horror movies, they tend to be on a lower terms of the budget, right? House LLC actually had a budget of $30,000. So they had to get creative. There was no big special effects, no crazy CGI monster. Bleh! Just atmosphere, tension, practical scares. Proof that you don't need an inflated budget to make a horror movie. House LLC's ending on its final cut is creepy already. But originally, the filmmakers wanted it to be even more explicit. The ending that they wanted was to fully explain the demonic presence within the Abaddon Hotel. But after a couple of early screenings, they decided, let's pull it back. Less is more. So now you know the story of House LLC. I want to know in the comments section, would you guys actually go to the Abaddon Hotel and stay a night? Let me know. And if you do, make sure to prop up a nice camera so you could videotape everything that's there, because you never know. Maybe you might find something standing at the foot of your bed. It was probably just me. But until next time, Legion, check out my other video on Rec. Let me know what you think. And if you want to chat about horror stuff, come over to Twitch. This is Tantrum signing out.